I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
Is now. The moment has come.
He killed your brothers.
The world is waiting.
You're the weakest of all the slums.
This is my fight.
Kickboxer 2. This time, he's not taking any prisoners. Kickboxer 2, rated R.
Starts Friday, June 14th.
So the time has come for me to talk about this movie. Before I get into what that means, this is a request, quite a few requests from Broad Stipe, who got one of the higher tiers on my Patreon. I appreciate that. This will be getting quite a few reviews. Thank you so much. If anyone ever wants to request pretty much any type of video, they can request it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both of those links are down below in the info box. I'll try to get to it as soon as possible. Still have a lot to get to, but I'm doing my best. Thank you so much. God damn. He actually wanted me to review Kickboxer 2, 3, and 5, because I have previously reviewed the first Kickboxer when I did my Jean-Claude Van Damme marathon, where I reviewed pretty much all of his movies, because I'm a big Jean-Claude Van Damme fan. I love a lot of his movies, including Kickboxer. I did review soon after Kickboxer Vengeance Retaliation, because again, it was part of the Jean-Claude Van Damme marathon, and Van Damme is in those. I did review Kickboxer 4, because that was another Patreon request from another individual. So, like I said, you'll be seeing reviews for Kickboxer 2, 3, and 5. If this wasn't a sequel to Kickboxer, I probably would not hate this movie. That seems shallow, superficial, unfair, but it's my honest opinion. Because Sasha Mitchell, who's the star, on one hand, I don't mind him. He's an okay martial artist. I've seen much worse. As an actor, he still seems like Cody from Step by Step. For those who don't even remember the show, I mean, it was on that block with Family Matters and a bunch of other shows, Full House, Step by Step, Day by Day, and Cody, he fit the part well, some would say too well. And so, granted, he has some good moments, or some nice moments here. And again, Sasha Mitchell, if this was the sequel to a Jean-Claude Van Damme classic, where they completely give it the middle finger by saying, oh, everything in that film is fucking pointless because we added a third brother, which if you watch the first film, when they're like, it's just you, me, and we're all that we have left, and all the dialogue that clearly states that it's only Van Damme and the brother character. It's just stupefying they went in this direction. Why didn't they go in the direction of, It's another person in Thailand, or another person in that area, or another person on the kickboxing circuit, and they heard a rumor, or they heard a legend. Oh yeah, there was some guy that did this before. We never knew if it was true or not, which would make sense because the kickbox was not where cameras were at. It was in a secret place at the end, where only a smattering of people would know, and that crowd would know. Instead, they made up a third brother. Again, if you watch the first movie, and plenty of discussions of family, and there was no third brother, and then you kill off Van Damme's character, and you kill off the brother character that was in the wheelchair, and you kill off the niece of Dennis Chan's character. So everything in Kickboxer, the love story between Van Damme and the girl, Van Damme wanting to take care of his brother and get revenge for his brother's honor and for his brother to be put into a wheelchair, is fucking pointless. Because all Tom Poe had to do was 2-piece in a biscuit to the motherfuckers. Van Damme did 2-piece, the niece was a biscuit. That's all they had to fucking do. This is the Alien 3 of action movies. What did Alien 3 do? It killed everybody off. I know a friend of mine goes, well, technically you can't... they hire different actors. Well, technically they hired a different actress for Terry Hinn's Newt when she's fucking frozen and drowning. And you don't even see Hick's face, just his fucking body. But they're dead. It pisses me... To me, yeah, you recast because Van Damme's like, fuck this, why the hell would I want to come back for this? I'm sure they wanted him as the star of the film, but he's like, I could do this or Double Impact. He made the right call. Because Double Impact became one of his 90s action classics. Kickboxer 2, Albert Pyun, he probably got some fucking of killing off Van Damme's character because he had a bad time working with him on Cyborg, probably still butthurt that him and his buddy saved the film by re-editing it from Albert Pyun's stupid ass original cut that I fucking saw, the Slinger cut. Yeah, you want to sling your fucking neck after watching it with stupid fucking narration and cutting down fights. Cyborg director's cut is a piece of fucking shit. It shows that Albert Pyun didn't know what the fuck he was doing. Van Damme and Sheldon Lettich, they saved the fucking movie by editing, re-editing it. Albert Pyun, I've liked as a director with Dollman, Cyborg, but Van Damme helped with that. There's been a couple others, but mostly been shit. And I'm sorry if he's in ill health. Nothing against him physically. As a director, as a talent, he's severely lacking in a lot of places. But to be fair, is it really the direction I can really complain about, or the writing? No, more the writing. More the script. More the ideas. Of pulling this third brother, out of your ass. Sasha Mitchell wakes up, there's pictures on a wall, it looks like cosplayers for Van Damme and his bro. Fucking, if someone's cosplaying Van Damme from Kickboxer. Sasha Mitchell's character has his LA kickboxing gym was part of the family, I guess. Later on you find out his Terihayuki Tagawa's in this, and he tells Fender from Cyborg, that actor from Fender, fucker, that guy, the story about Tom Poe, which is Michelle Queasy back from the first film, how he just pa. Yeah, thank you for making the entire first film completely fucking pointless. To me, those are the worst sequels. The worst sequels is when they make the entire fucking previous film pointless. Are there exceptions? Yes. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. Because at the very least, you had the Dream Warrior, well, it's supposed to be Patricia Arquette, but the character help Lisa Wilcox, and then fucking, well, that could be a lame excuse. I've even said Elm Street 4 is my favorite sequel. I even said it's bullshit how quickly the Dream Warriors die. I've even said that. But I like the film itself. And maybe that's why people like this film. They like this film separately. I know one person mentioned he liked this more than the first one. We agree to disagree. Hashtag agree to disagree. I think Sasha Mitchell is okay as a martial arts artist on camera. Van Damme is an expert in martial arts on camera. There's a difference between doing martial arts for the camera and doing it in real life. There's a difference. You can do stuff for the camera, for angles and lighting, that maybe doesn't work as well in real life, and vice versa. But I'm sorry, you listened to the musical score. The musical score in the first film, I think, is miles better than this. You look at the songs. I'm sorry, I think the songs like Never Surrender are better than the songs in this. If you look at, yes, I even think Van Damme is a better actor in his early days than Sasha Mitchell. Is Sasha Mitchell the worst actor? No. But he has moments that he's okay. And if this was just called The Road Back, why wasn't this just a separate film called The Road Back? Just call it The Road Back. Make up a story where you had two brothers and they died and this was the guy who killed them. Make it your own movie. It did not need to be a sequel to Kickboxer and ruin everything in Kickboxer by killing off all the characters in such a stupid fucking fashion as well. By making, like I said, that's the worst sequel, is to make the previous film completely pointless. Just kill. That just pisses me off with that shit. It really does. So then with Sasha Mitchell training kids at this gym, he has this thing called the Rock in the River where he can move around with a bandana on with his eyes closed. You get some recognizable people, for example, Peter Boyle as his crooked promoter. And okay, when the fights happen, they're not bad. They're nowhere near the level of Van Damme. With Van Damme's technique and flexibility and how he's really able to sell the moves, like the punches, the kicks, as they call in wrestling, selling, or just how he delivers kicks and punches with that power, that oomph. Sasha Mitchell doesn't have that. Not many had that back in the day. I'm a big Van Damme fan. Do I love every movie he's in? No. Look at my playlist of my reviews. But a lot of them I liked. I mean, the rest of the film, he's trying to teach kids. There's this one kid who I swear he's the kid from Doll Man. I swear it's the kid that was also in Doll Man, another Albert Pyun film. I could be wrong. And Sasha Mitchell picks up and says, "I catch you not smiling one time, I'll throw you into the street." And I can appreciate that it does actually try to spend some time trying to build up this David Sloan character. They're trying to build up what his business is, that he's trying to make things work, that things are not working out well, a little bit of personal life. At least they're attempting to build this character up. At least this film is attempting to have a heart to it. I can appreciate that. You have this guy, John Deal. I remember him from the TV show Miami Vice. He was on most of that show. As a guy who said, "You might not have been as fast or as good as your brothers, but they always said you had the biggest heart." And it leads up to him having with Matthias Hughes, the bad guy from My Come in Peace. And he wins the fight and says he's going to retire. But then Teriyuki Tagawa, Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat, gets some thugs to beat him up and burn down his gym, and a kid dies because of it. And that's when Teriyuki Tagawa talks to Fender from Cyborg about what happened to Van Damme's character, which was pissing me off. And then Dennis Chan comes in to train him, and I don't think the training nearly as memorable as in the first one. Like, the training is just like them on the beach, or there's a moment where they're climbing up the wall with a rope, like to the roof of a building or something. I'm sorry, the training scenes in this are nowhere near the training scenes in the first film, where you have the Dennis Chan with the sticks on fire and Van Damme has to block all the sticks, or all the pots, and Van Damme's kicking the pots, and the beautiful formation of his roundhouse kicks, and the pads that he's got to kick higher and higher and reach up higher and higher, or kick the tree. Huh? You want me to kick that? Yeah. Huh? You like that? Yeah. You know, breaks the fucking tree down with his leg. None of that type of training is in this. None of that. At least on that level of awesomeness. So I think the training's a step down. The musical score is a step down. The songs are a step down. Yes, I would say the lead is a step down. Michel Queasy's character comes in almost as an afterthought, because he doesn't pop into, what, an hour in? And then he shows up to fight his buddy who's the champion. And of course, you already know this is coming. Michel Queasy kills him. And Terayuki Tadao was his manager and did all this because they want to restore honor that we lost from Tom Poe shooting the two-piece in the biscuit. And then they fight. And are the fight scenes bad? No. I don't think it's as well edited. I don't think it's as beautiful a formation. The story's not rousing. Watch the end fight with Van Damme and Tom Poe. The way the widescreen of the camera, the kicks, the punches, seeing Van Damme do the beautiful 360 kicks, it's almost like art of how to do a fight scene. And then the music. The music is an underrated part of Kickboxer. The score. It's a beautiful score. I don't know why I'm stuttering. The Eagle Slores, yeah. That would be in this fucking movie. Slurs. What the fuck does slur mean? I don't know. More like slurring your words because it's fucking drunk and the movie needs to go to fuck home. The road back. Is that the road back after your drunk ass? Is I can't drive anymore. You don't go the road back. You can't drive anymore further. You gotta go the fuck back home. Sleep it off. Go home, movie. You're drunk. Watch the first film. The Eagle Soars. I forget this musical track. Beautiful score. This, though, Kickboxer didn't need a franchise. Number one, the story was told in the first movie. There was no more story to tell. Apparently not. I mean, if I took the fact this was a sequel out of the equation, if I take the flashback out of the equation, I would say this is a decent, maybe above average martial arts picture, because Sasha Mitchell has its moments that at least attempt to build up the character. The fight scenes are not bad. Dennis Chan, now go kick his ass and let's go home. That was a fun line. And you have a pretty decent cast. Again, you got Peter Boyle from Young Frankenstein, Matthias Hughes from My Come of Peace, Terry Tagawa from Mortal Kombat. But it just, I'm sorry, the fact that it's a sequel to Kickboxer hurts this film a lot and ruins it. It's, people go look at it as a standalone. I can't, when the very beginnings talk about showing pictures of Van Damme and his brother, and then this fucking flashback, and then keep mentioning that's the guy who killed your brothers, that's the guy who shot your brothers. I can't look at it as a standalone. It's still an insult. It's an insult to me as a fan of the first one. It's an insult to me as a guy who grew up with the first one multiple times, along with Bloodsport, Hard Target, and Universal Soldier. I haven't seen Bloodsport 2, but I know at least it didn't fucking kill off Frank Dukes. If you didn't want him to play the same character, then just have it be he's off somewhere else. You don't even have to fucking mention him. There's plenty of sequels that don't mention shit about the previous film. Come on now. I could go and find dozens of direct-to-video sequels that don't even mention the first movie. They will say it was a sequel in title only. You can name stuff too. It does look like it had enough of a budget that apparently this was in theaters, and you could tell that it didn't look too cheap of a direct-to-video rubbish film quality. Again, the fight scenes are not bad. Sasha Mitchell is not the worst. But yeah, I can't help it. And each time I see him, I think of Cody from Step by Step. The music, I think, is a step down from the first. The songs, I think, are a step down from the first. The choreography, like the way Sasha Mitchell kicks is definitely not like a Van Damme kick. I'll tell you that much. And he's doing the best that he can. I'll say that Sasha Mitchell, I think, is doing the best that he can. I don't think Sasha Mitchell, even though I've heard he's a fucking asshole in real life. There's a story from the director when I talk about Kickboxer 3. But I can't help it. It pisses me off too much. So it takes me out of the movie. And I can understand if you don't like the first one, or you don't give a shit about the first one, then yeah, maybe you'll enjoy this. But to me, I can't, man. It's Alien 3 all over again. It does this, I mean, fuck. That's just my opinion. So thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.